dragons are mythical creatures that have never existed. But what if I told you that during the time of the dinosaurs, there were monsters of the sky that could be compared only to dragons? These were the Azdarchids. Azdarchidae was a very unique group of pterosaurs, including famous names such as Quetzalcoatlus and Hatzegopteryx. These dominated the late Cretaceous skies and could have competed with and even been the apex predators of their region. Before we begin the video, if you enjoy my content, make sure to like and subscribe, as at 30 subscribers, I'm making a video on the Lost World Jurassic Park and its accuracy. On with the video. In 1981, fragmentary neck vertebrae were found in the Kizilkum Desert, which spans across Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and Tajikistan, and it belonged to an unknown pterosaur. Eventually, after several more specimens were found, they had enough to describe the Azdarco-Lensicalis, the first Azdarchid. The name Azdarco is in reference to the Persian mythology creature Azdar, who was a dragon-like being. Its species name, Lensicalis, means lance neck, talking about its strange long neck. Unlike other pterosaurs, this is a trait that other Azdarchids share. The group Azdarchinae was described as being an offshoot of the Pteranodontids, which included Azdarco, Quetzalcoatlus, and Aramborgiania. Later, it was found to be a whole new family, Azdarchidae. The Quetzalcoatlus is probably the most famous Azdarchid, having famous roles in Prehistoric Planet and Jurassic World Dominion. The Quetzalcoatlus is one of the largest pterosaurs and flying creatures in general. The Quetzalcoatlus' name comes from the serpent god, Quetzalcoatl, from Aztec mythology. The Quetzalcoatlus coexisted with the T-Rex and might have even competed with it. To do this, the Quetzalcoatlus had to be a unit, and it was. It had an average wingspan of 36 to 39 feet, and the ability to fly and to hunt on the ground. At the very least, the Quetzalcoatlus wouldn't be on the T-Rex's menu. The Quetzalcoatlus, along with other Azdarchids, could have used its abnormally long beak to impale prey. It also could have scavenged, possibly filling a similar niche to modern-day vultures. The aforementioned Aramborgiania was discovered in the 1940s, when a few neck vertebrae were found in Jordan. The known fossils of Aramborgiania consist mainly of neck vertebrae. When Aramborgiania was first discovered, it was called Titanopteryx, meaning Titanic wing, but later it was found to be a genus of fly. The next Azdarchid we'll talk about is the Cryodragon. The Cryodragon has one of the most unique and cool names, meaning the cold dragon. It lived in Canada, which nowadays is quite cold. Specifically, it lived in Alberta. But during the time of the Cretaceous, it was a lot more warm and tropical, like the rest of the US during that time. The Cryodragon consisted with tyrannosaurs, hadrosaurs, ceratopsians, crocodilomorphs, and dromaeosaurids, among other creatures. This Azdarchid's largest size estimates were 43 feet in length, but now, after further studies, they have been adjusted to 33 feet long. Still something large enough to compete with its area's apex predator, which was most likely the Daspletosaurus, a tyrannosaurid. 90 to 86 million years ago, in Argentina, the Thanatostragon lived. The name Thanatostragon means dragon of death. This was another Azdarchid pterosaur, but this one resided in South America, which means the Azdarchids lived in both of the Americas. The holotype specimen had a wingspan of about 20 feet long. but later was found to have been a juvenile, which updated its size estimates to be around 30 feet in length. Since most Azdarchids were giants, you'd think they'd be heavy and along with that, not be able to fly. But the Azdarchids had hollow bones or bones with a light sponge-like substance inside. Even the largest Azdarchid was only 250 pounds. The final creature is probably the most comparable to dragons, with its size, features, and the role in its ecosystem lining up with what you'd expect from the fire-breathing mythical beasts. The Hatzegopteryx thambina. Its name means Hateg Basin Wing. The Hatzegopteryx inhabited the Hateg Island, a Cretaceous island in the prehistoric Tethys Sea. The Hatzegopteryx not only lived here but thrived here. Hatzegopteryx was most likely the apex predator of Hateg Island and hunted iguanodontids and sauropods, small sauropods of course. The Hatzegopteryx's largest wingspan estimate is up to 39 feet long, with its skull being over 8 feet long, a distinguishing feature. The Hatzegopteryx's height and length might be less than the Quetzalcoatlus, but in terms of overall body mass, this monster was the largest. Thank you all for watching this video about prehistoric dragon-like pterosaurs. If you enjoyed it, make sure to watch my other videos. See you next time.